Here is a question for you. How many times have you been pumped to start something new? Maybe it was a workout routine, a diet, learning a new skill, starting a business. You were on fire. You had that motivational video playlist ready. You bought all the gear. You told everyone about your new plan and immediately be like, bro, what I wouldn't give to earn that, right? And then week 3 hits, the excitement fades, the motivation disappears, and you are back all the way to square one, wondering what the hell happened. Yeah, I've been there, bro. Struggling for 3 years to get in good shape. And actually, we all have been there. And today, I'm breaking down why motivation alone will never be enough to get you anywhere, and what actually keeps you going when the going gets tough. And by the way, I'm not here to preach to you, and I'm not here to talk to you like a life coach or something like that. I'm just here to let you know that it is my pure experience only. First of all, I'm not here to motivate any one of you, bro, and I never will. But let me just tell you about my undisciplined story when I first got to Sweden. So back in 2018, when I first came to Sweden, my goal was basically to learn English as well as Swedish. That was it, bro. I don't really want to get into the struggles of those days, but let's talk about fitness in general. So when I started planning to get in good shape, I started watching fitness videos until 2 a.m., planning out every single workout for the next 3 months, meal planning and prepping like I was training for Mr. Olympia, bro. I felt unstoppable, and I had the vision of myself like crushing my goals, bro, and the motivation was through the roof. Week 1, killed it. Week 2, I was still going strong. Week 3, I was a little bit tired, but I still pushed through. Week 4, it was raining, bro. I actually had tough days, and honestly, I just didn't feel like going to the gym anymore. That fire, gone. Completely gone. And here's the kicker. I thought that there was something wrong with me, like I was broken or lazy or didn't want it bad enough. But it turned out that I was entirely relying on the wrong thing. I was relying on motivation to carry me through the tough days, bro. And motivation is the most unreliable friend you will ever have. And once I realized that mindset, I'd be like, bro, I've had it with this mindset. The enough is enough. Now let me tell you about motivation. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions by definition are temporary. They come and go like the weather. Think about it. You don't wake up every single day feeling motivated to brush your teeth, right? Some days you are tired, some days you are stressed, some days you don't feel like doing it, right? But you do it anyway. Now why is that? That's because that is a non-negotiable habit, bro. You just do it. And we treat our goals like they should always feel inspiring and exciting. We wake up expecting we should be pumped up and ready to go, right? And when we don't feel that way, we feel that kind of failing. Motivation is like the spark that lights up the fire, but it's not the fuel that keeps the fire burning. I say this all the time. People want to feel motivated before they even take action. They scroll through Instagram looking for that perfect quote or transformation story that is going to give them that push, bro. But you know what happens? They end up spending more time looking for motivation than them actually doing the work. Now, if motivation is not the answer, then what is it? Discipline, exactly. Now we are talking. Now, let me clear something up real quick, bro. Discipline is not about being that some sort of robot who never feels emotions or struggles. As Mike Tyson says, discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. That's it. It's not sexy, it's not glamorous. But here's why discipline is so powerful, bro. It's a choice you make in the moment. It's not dependent on your emotions or feelings or circumstances. It's just a decision you made. I used to think disciplined people were these superhuman beings who never struggled or had bad days in the first place. But the more I've studied this, the more it turned out that those people are the people who struggle the most, bro. The difference, they do it anyway. Now here's the beautiful thing about discipline. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. It is exactly like training a muscle. Every time you choose to do the right thing when you don't feel like it, you are building that disciplined muscle and building momentum. And trust me, bro, once you have built this muscle, you become such a scary and unstoppable person. See, motivation-driven actions are actually big, dramatic, and unfortunately unsustainable. But discipline-driven actions, on the other hand, are small, consistent, and fortunately, sustainable. Now, these small actions might not feel exciting or impressive at the moment, and they are definitely not gonna give you that dopamine hit that you are looking for. But over time, they compound into massive results, bro. I promise you that. Now, how do you actually build that level of discipline? As I already told you, bro, I'm not here to preach. I am here to teach. Impressive everything, huh? Now, do I have that massive and potent level of discipline? Probably not. But what I do know is that I had zero discipline in the past. And now, I know for sure I have developed it so much. I know some of you are thinking that sounds great, but what should I do to just magically become disciplined? You don't magically become disciplined, bro. And here's exactly what you should do. First of all, start stupidly small. I mean embarrassingly small. Now, if you want to start working out, start with doing one push-up. If you want to eat healthier, start with eating just one piece of fruit every day. If you want to write a book, start with writing one sentence per day. That simple. That'd be like, that's silly, bro. Come on. One push-up will never get me in a good shape, right? You are completely right, bro. But that one push-up is essentially building the foundation, the habit you have to have in order for you to do one push-up, two push-up, 3, 4, then start doing one workout per day, 2, 3, now you get the picture. It builds the foundation that you have to have. Secondly, remove the decision fatigue and work on your decision-making process. Now, the more decisions you have to make, the more likely that you're gonna end up doing the wrong one. And especially in the beginning, as that eventually leads to anxiety and decision paralysis. So what I mean is to automate them as much as possible. Same workout time every day, same healthy breakfast every morning, same bedtime routine every night. Third, have a minimum viable version ready. Now this is huge. Can't make it to the gym? Do a 10-minute body workout at home. Can't cook that healthy meal? Have a backup meal that just takes 5 minutes. But that being said, never depend on this alternative option. As Tim Grover says that, never try your best, always do your best. Because the goal is not perfection. It never is. The goal is always consistency. Now, I'm not saying that motivation is completely useless, but here's the trap, bro. People use motivation as the fuel instead of just the spark. So they either think that they should feel motivated and ready in order to take action, or they think that there's something wrong when the motivation fades. Neither of this is true, bro. Use motivation when you have it, but never depend on it. Let it be the cherry on top, not the whole sundae. I like to think of motivation as the trailer for a movie, and discipline as actually watching the movie. Now, the trailer actually gets you excited and makes you want to see the movie, but you still have to sit through the whole 2 hours in order to get the full experience, right? And just like some parts of the best movies in the world that sometimes can be slow and boring, some parts of pursuing your goal are also going to suck. That's normal. That is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. That is actually the process. And what I've learned throughout these 3 years of starting and stopping and starting and stopping, that the people who achieve their long-term goals are not the ones with the most motivation, bro. They are not the most motivated. They are actually the most consistent people. And they understand the fact that success is not about having perfect days. It's about having more good days than bad days over a long period of time, over the long run. And they also know that there will be days when they don't feel like it, when life gets in the way, when everything seems like going wrong, man. But that's okay. They show up anyway. Even if they're just showing up at 70% capacity. Because here is the thing, 70% effort consistently is infinitely better than 100% effort sporadically. So that is the real one, not looking for some magical source of endless motivation, but simply the decision to be reliable to yourself. So here's my challenge for you, bro. Stop waiting for motivation to strike and stop looking for that perfect inspirational quote to give you that kind of spark. So instead, pick one thing that you consistently can do it every single day regardless of your feeling, and make it so small that it would feel absolutely silly not doing it, and do it. Not because you feel it, not because you are motivated, just because you have promised yourself and you decided that you would do it. And build that discipline muscle one tiny rep at a time. And trust me, bro, 6 months from now, you'll be amazed and astonished how far those small and consistent actions have taken you. And remember, you don't need to feel ready, you just need to start. If the video actually resonated with you, like the video, and let me know in the comments which is the thing that you're gonna take action on right away. I wanna hear about that, bro. I really do. And if you want more content about how to build sustainable habits and achieving your long-term fitness goals, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.